Okay, yeah, you're right. It's Dirty Harry. Which one do you have?
Well, okay, so
Bum-bum. Bum-bum, bum-bum.
it goes Dirty Harry, Magnum Force, and then we get into the Enforcer.
The Enforcer. Okay.
That's the one where he has a female partner.
And Magnum Force was the rogue cops, right?
I think so.
Magnum Force is the motorcycle cops who were out to kill people and take justice.
And Dirty Harry was the
was
fake Zodiac.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the nose guy. Yeah.
So yeah, the Enforcer, he gets female partner. 4 is Sudden Impact. The one I think is the best one, and then 5 is Deadpool. But I like Sudden Impact the best. The Sudden Impact is the one that people know.
Tell me about Sudden Impact because I don't remember.
Sudden Impact is the one where it's the only one that Clint Eastwood directed. It's the one where he says, "Go ahead, make my day."
Really?
Yeah.
That didn't. Oh, Dirty Harry was. Did I have 5? That's Do You Feel Lucky?
Do You Feel Lucky? Yeah.
Okay.
Sudden Impact is the one where there's it's like a rape revenge fantasy movie and a Dirty Harry movie.
Sounds a lot like Death Wish.
Because this woman, gets assaulted, and she is the killer in the movie. She's tracking down, people.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But, of course, Dirty Harry gets romantically involved with her as he is trying to find her.
As he is wont to do.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
But it works. I mean...
You're not wrong. That probably is the best one. But I'm going to take Jim Carrey's first movie ever. I'm taking the Deadpool. Liam Neeson. Jim Carrey. That Asian partner who gets killed with a remote control car. There's a lot of hand action in that movie. There's a lot of tight shots on people's hands in that movie.
Yeah.
And I want to say the Jim Carrey's character in that movie is called like Johnny Dangerously, but that's not true because that's a Michael Keaton movie.
Michael Keaton movie, yeah.
There
could be crossover.
It is so stupid. That entire movie, it ends with Dirty Harry shooting Liam Neeson with a harpoon, if I'm not mistaken.
Right
on a dock. It's like...
It'd be weirder if he shot him with a harpoon, like...
In a library.
Yeah,
in a laundromat. That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, I'm going to go with Deadpool. Not because it's right, it's just because of... that's where I learned first about the term Deadpool before the comic, the actual betting on celebrities dying in the coming year. And I kind of want to do it.
I'm down.
So, I mean, look, $20, Deadpool, see what happens. I feel like the person who's going to win is going to have like 2, maybe 3 people. So, I'm interested in doing it because I'm a fucking terrible person. Okay. I like that. All right.
What have you got?
I can be honest with you, I don't remember giving you directives. So I'm just going to go down from things that you haven't covered. Iron Eagle. Did you ever watch the Iron Eagle movies?
With Louis Gossett Jr.?
Yeah.
I think I watched the first one. Like I said, I didn't watch the later one.
There were 4.
Wow.
And my favorite is the third one. And by the way, that's not like my favorite of the past 2. My favorite is the third one. It's called Iron Eagle 3 Aces. It involves a drug cartel in South America that...
Who was Miguel Sandoval in that one?
I don't think so, sadly. Louis Gossett Jr. has to go down there and stop this drug cartel, but the United States Armed Forces won't help him. So he almost gets shot down in a plane exhibition using World War II planes.
Oh,
and
yeah?
because he almost got shot down, the event promoter gives him the planes to hang out for the weekend. They then equip the planes. We're talking about like a P-47 or a P-51 Thunderbolt from like World War II, Japanese Zeros. They equip them with laser-guided bombs, and they go on a drug-killing mission to rescue the daughter of some mayor. It doesn't make any sense, except for the fact that there is a scene where the Japanese pilot in the Japanese Zero, wearing the full coat and white scarf, has a heat-seeking missile behind him. So what does he do to shake this missile? He pulls out a roll of Reynolds tinfoil, expands it, and throws it in the air, and the missile guides and hits that and explodes.
Oh.
I don't understand how that works.
That's all they give you? They don't...
Why would they explain it?
How would they explain it?
This is what I'm saying. So it is a quintessentially bad movie.
Yeah.
But, Iron Eagle.
Interesting.
There's the only answer for this. but I felt like I need to call it to Major League 3. Back in the minors.
Back in the minors.
Because what happens when you don't have the clout or the money to get Tom Berenger back? Who's your next choice?
I don't remember who's
Scott Bakula.
Oh, that's right. It should. Of course it is.
We can't get Charlie Sheen. We can't get Wesley Snipes. We can't even get the other guy that replaced Wesley Snipes in the second one. Omar Epps, maybe? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
So who do we get? Walton Goggins.
Really? Walton
Downtown
Goggins.
Brown.
Nice.
His big flaw in the movie that he hit a bunch of home runs, but he could only pull the ball. He couldn't hit the other way. So most of the movie.
I love how they're all just one step away from being all-stars.
That's why they're minors. Also, Pedro Serrano is still in the movie. Last one I'll save for a second. Well, no, I'm going to do this one or one more. Evil Dead. There's only one that makes it past 2. But how great is Army of Darkness?
It's worth mentioning. Yeah, I've got that one down too.
I mean, if you're going to watch a shitty horror movie,
it's horror comedy done so
perfectly. Right. You're going to put Sam Raimi behind the camera, and then you're going to be like, well, who's his lead? Bruce Campbell? Of course. Bruce Campbell is at his finest.
Yeah, he's the main good guy and the main bad guy.
Yeah. Guy's got range. Is that Bruce Campbell's best movie?
I don't know. I really like Bubba Hotep.
Bubba Hotep. I knew you were going to fucking say it. Bubba Hotep's pretty good. I own it. It's downstairs somewhere.
I don't know. I really like Evil Dead 2. I think Evil Dead 2. I might like that one better.
Okay. That's fair.
Because it leans more horror. It's still very silly.
Oh.
But Army of Darkness is a Three Stooges horror movie.
It's
unapologetically.
I like it because it is like the Crusades plus horror. And I don't mind that it's horror. It's more Crusades plus Jason and the Argonauts.
Oh, yeah.
And sure. I love every second of it. Yeah. Do you want me to do one more, or shall you?
I've got a bunch of horror stuff, but I have other stuff that's not horror.
Do a horror or two. Maybe I can chime in.
So I just did like best movie in horror franchises. Like I threw Jaws in there too.
I got to be honest with you, I haven't seen anything outside of the first Jaws.
Oh, you're not missing anything.
I heard Jaws 4 is very terrible.
It's awful, but it has Michael Caine in it.
That's why I kind of want to see it.
And Mario Van Peebles.
Jaws 4. I'm Michael Caine.
Jaws 3 is worth watching too. It's really bad. It's set in SeaWorld.
What?
Like legit SeaWorld. It's really bad.
Jaws 3. Does it have a subtitle?
I think it's just 3D.
Oh, just 3D.
I'm pretty sure it was a 3D movie.
I'm fine with that.
Maybe that's just a Back to the Future 2 joke, but I'm pretty sure it was a 3D.
Stick to your guns. You're fine.
I went through and I was trying to think of like the best movie in a bunch of horror franchises, and I realized they don't have any good ones with the first one. Like Psycho, there's like 4 or 5 Psychos. But
there's a lot of straight-to-video ones that get in there. It gets
some people are really into those later Psycho movies. I don't get it, but...
Are you saying that those people are psychos?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
And Scream, like...
Scream 2 Cruise Control?
Yeah, I don't even know how well the first Scream holds up, but...
It doesn't.
Every sequel is progressively worse. One of them has Jay and Silent Bob in it. I think that's 3.
Oh, good!
Like, who needs that?
That's a crossover we didn't ask for.
Hellraiser 2, both pretty good.
Hellraiser as far as it goes. Is Pinhead?
Yeah.
I don't know much about Hellraiser. Is that the one with the TV? That's Poltergeist.
That's Poltergeist. Oh, I forgot about Poltergeist.
Hellraiser, what is Pinhead's deal?
He is a Cenobite. He's kind of like...
That means he works at the Cinnabon at the mall?
He's kind of into like S&M. He's
a
pleasure is pain kind of guy.
I'm on board.
He's just it was a Clive Barker story, and the first 2 movies are, I think, the screenplay's written by Clive Barker, but after that, it just turns into like nothing. Is
he just around, or is it like a Beetlejuice where someone has to do something to get him to
There's
appear?
A box, a little Hellraiser box, puzzle box, and if you open the puzzle box, you release the Cenobites.
This sounds like the thing in Dune where you stick your hand into the John Gabber or the Gom Jabber or whatever. Yeah. So that releases... Okay, cool. Well, we're going to move on.
But, like, the first 2 Hellraiser movies are good for being what they are. They're, like, weird, pervy, bloody movies. Like, They have a distinct tone and style.
Unlike the other horror movies.
Well, it's kind of a Clive Barker thing. He's kind of a pervert. But there are... Do you know how many Hellraiser movies there are?
8.
9. The 9th one doesn't even have the same guy playing Pinhead. Like, even
Of
he
course-
was like,
of course
I can't
not.
do this anymore.
Why would the same guy be playing Pinhead?
He does in all the first 8?
Thank God he hung on that long. Christopher Lee wouldn't hang on that long. That guy's been in like 900 movies. Yeah, also, he's dead.
I have Child's Play on here. I don't know
Yeah.
Child's Play.
That's the Chucky
So
one, right?
Saw, I could never... I watched the first Saw movie and I was way done.
I know I'm not a horror movie guy. I'm not a scary movie guy, but Saw is just...
It's not
It's
even
gratuitous.
scary. It's just gore.
It's reaction for reaction's sake, and I don't
It's
really have anything.
torture porn.
Yeah.
It's very much of its time in the mid-2000s.
And frankly, I'd like to forget those times.
Yeah. Oh, I talked about Day of the Dead, the third in the George Romero zombie movie series.
I don't know those, but I feel like I have respect for George Romero.
Day of the Dead gets a bad rap. I go on a pretty lengthy rant about Day of the Dead in my APA episode because I pair it with Zombie Dust. But
Thank you, Past Dustin.
I love Day of the Dead. It's good.
Okay.
And then I get into like actual ones where there's a bunch of them and some of them are worth watching, like Halloween. Halloween's garbage by and large.
For when it was made, though, the original,
The first 2 are good,
it was fine.
but we're doing past 2, so
Ooh.
the third one doesn't even have Michael Myers in it.
Wasn't there one about water?
I don't know.
I'm
Oh,
at-
Halloween H2O.
Oh.
That was the
Okay, so that was Halloween with the 20th anniversary.
that was the 20th anniversary.
I thought, I thought that Michael Myers, I thought maybe he was going undercover as the Culligan Man, and he was just delivering evil bottles of water.
No, that was the first time that Jamie Lee Curtis came back after the second one.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, none of those Halloween movies are any good. But the one that I liked, which is like essentially a reboot, it's the one from 2018, the one that came out not that long ago, which completely disavows all sequels past 2.
You're allowed to clean slate canonical movies.
Sure, if you're Halloween.
Okay, I don't hate it.
No, it's co-written by Danny McBride, oddly enough.
Really.
And it was really good. Like, it's a solid Halloween movie. You got Jamie Lee Curtis back, but it's like the events of the first 2 movies have just fucked her up for life, you know? So she's this crazy... She's essentially Sarah Connor now.
Now you're speaking my language.
She's T2 Sarah Connor.
You mean dark
She's
fake
just
hit
waiting.
Sarah Connor?
No, I don't. But yeah, it's got a lot of good people in it. Judy Greer, Toby Huss.
Oh, him.
Yeah, he's in a ton of stuff. He's always great. He's a goofy-looking older guy who is somehow always like super charismatic.
Toby Huss. Wait, I feel like I know him from something else, and this is classic white guy podcasting. Toby Huss, wasn't he was the electrician in Down Periscope?
Sure. He's in *Halt and Catch Fire*, which is a good show.
Okay, he's been in a lot of stuff.
He's in a lot of stuff.
Anyway,
Yeah, that guy.
what were we talking about?
Halloween.
Yeah,
That one's good though.
I'm all set on that one.
I got some Friday the 13th action. The best Friday the 13ths are 4, 5, and 6 because they kind of operate as a trilogy. The other ones, they do.
How many? I'm sorry. This is a real question, and I know I'm not a horror fan, as we learned with the Hereditary episode of Whiskey Wednesday Ladies' Choice. How many Friday the 13th are there?
It depends. Do you count?
All in, spin-offs, everything. Ballpark. We talking 5 or we talking 15?
11 or 12.
Might be too many.
Jason X is the one in space.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Did you say Jason went to space?
It's essentially like just a fan movie.
Okay.
But
Okay,
yes,
okay,
there's
okay.
Jason X, Jason Goes to Space, and then there's A Freddy versus Jason. I think there's only the one.
And here I thought that AVP, Alien vs. Predator, would have been the worst.
Freddy
Okay.
versus Jason's pretty bad. But
Okay.
Friday the 13th, 4, 5, and 6 are a very entertaining, somewhat coherent trilogy of Jason Voorhees movies.
Define somewhat.
Not only is Jason in all three of them, there's another. He has like an antagonist or a protagonist, depending on how you look at it.
Oh.
But there's this dude Tommy Jarvis. He's Corey Feldman in the first movie,
Of course.
and then I think he's somebody else. Maybe he's the same guy, same actor in the next two. It also has the bit where it has Crispin Glover in it, and there's a bit.
Of course it does.
There's a bit at this house party where Crispin Glover dances with this girl, and it's the most insane dancing you've ever seen.
Why is Crispin Glover's okay? Why is he at a house party?
So he can dance.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What else you got on the horror front? Because I have one on a. I don't know if horror so much as fantasy front would be, but that's the only one I have that's even near this.
I'm gonna go real quick. There's Texas Chainsaw. I picked Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4.
Great.
It's really bad, but it has Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger in it, pre-fame.
I gotta be honest with you, I don't know anything about these movies, but that's the one I want.
It's called The Next Generation, which is hilarious because...
How many people are wearing visors?
Well, yeah, it's from 1994, which is when TNG aired its finale.
Ugh.
But it's really bad.
Now, I have a question. McConaughey and Zellweger, did they split the saucer section of the ship from the other part? That's a deep TNG cut. I'm very pleased with myself.
I have Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
Great.
Is the best one of those.
Uh-huh.
It's, yeah, it's the best one. We'll just move on.
Wow, what a ringing endorsement.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of them are just really bad, is the thing.
Yeah. How many were there?
I don't remember.
Too
8,
many.
Maybe?
It's more than 5.
Yes, definitely more than 5. I have Hannibal Lecter movies, but that one's kind of, it depends on how you organize those.
Are we
If you
saying
go-
any? Well, it's any movie that has Hannibal Lecter in it.
Yeah.
The character of.
But does it go release date, chronological, or
You're trying to Star Wars.
age of Hannibal Lecter order?
Age of Ultron me? Let's say the Hannibal Lecter timeline.
Then you have Silence of the Lambs as the third one, and that's easy.
Worked out well for me.
We did it.
We've done it.
I think that's all I have for horror. There's so many.
You were like, I don't have any for this topic, and you've just rattled off like 900.
Yeah.
Do you have more?
No, that's it. That's all I have for horror.
But
I have,
do you have for others?
Yeah, I have comedy, but I didn't have much for comedy movies. Do you have any comedy movies? I have Christmas Vacation.
I'm a Vegas Vacation man. Papa George.
Ow.
Nick Papa Giorgio. How? Christmas Vacation, it's fine, but it's a little played.
Yeah,
I prefer
agreed.
European Vacation or Vegas Vacation. But European Vacation was number 2, so I can't pick that.
Yeah.
So Vegas, Nick Papa Giorgio. There's also that entire scene where Chevy Chase is playing at the Hick Casino, where he's playing War, Rock, Paper, Scissors, and Guess a Number. And if you don't think Chevy Chase is in his fucking element, you're out of your goddamn mind.
What, making fun of hillbillies? Yeah, that seems like...
Well, I feel like he's making fun of himself, but yes.
Do you, I also threw out there Naked Gun 33 and a third. Don't remember a goddamn thing
Dude, I thought about that. O.J. Simpson's Last Hurrah as Nordbert.
I remember nothing about that movie.
I desperately wanted... I was like, oh, this is really great, but it's the only option.
Yeah.
The Leslie Nielsen, like, he was a serious actor, and then he became like this hodgepodge, like Charlie Chaplin-esque character of just being like, I'm here, and isn't it hilarious that I'm the straight man? And he played it perfectly. But 33 and a third was not the best one. Naked Gun 2.5 was the best one. There's an electric car. That's about it.
That's enough to make it the best one.
Absolutely.
I have superhero movies, kids movies, and action movies, generally. If you have anything to...
Kids movies, I got a lot left on my list. But kids movies, I don't have a ton, so let's have it.
I threw out Toy Story 3. I haven't seen Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 3 is fucking so depressing.
It really is. That was the first movie that I went to see in the movie theater with Chrissy. We had been going out for 2 weeks. And I was like, oh, god damn it. I am going to bawl my eyes out at this cartoon in front of this girl. This is going to go great.
Little did you know she fucking injected black coffee into her veins.